Hey English learners, welcome back to the NHถี่podcast. Your go-to English podcast for learning English for a simple way. Today's episode is a very special one because it's a continuous last lesson, the complete tense guide. Yes, and well, the response to the video have been amazing. So many of you joined us comments, writing your own sentences in the past tense. And we must say, you're doing wonderful. We love seeing your example. Some were spot on. And where they tiny mistakes, we correct them. Because that's how you learn. Exactly. And honestly, this is the kind of learning that really works. You're not just listening, you're practicing. And that makes all difference. This is how English gets easier. Now, if you haven't watched this episode yet, we recommend you go check it out first. We share the link in the description and also in the bio above. Watch it, learn all from the past tense, and then come back here. Because once you do that, today's episode will feel like a revision session. Everything will make more sense, and you'll be able to follow our conversations smoothly, right? It'll click even better. Think of this episode in putting on the tense in action, in restores in conversation. So let's dive in. Today, we're going to use all the past tense forms in real conversations, showing you how they work in daily life. And here a tip, learners. We recommend you keep the PDF guides from the last episode in front of you. It has structures of all the past tenses. Yes. Because we actually see the structure in action. That way, you're not just hearing examples, it's connecting them to the rules. Exactly. Think of it like a dynamo. You got a formula, and now we're plugging it into real situations. Alright, let's make this fun. Do you remember that actor we saw last week? The one who looked like he stepped straight out of a Marvel movie? Oh yeah, he was wearing a sunglasses indoors like on the place. Exactly. And people were staring at him. I mean, he walked in, he ordered a coffee, and by the time he left, half the cafe already taken photos. Uh-oh, classics. And here's the twist. I had actually seen the one before an airport. He had a signed autograph for like 2 hours straight. No way. That wild. So technically, we have already met him before we bumped into the last week. Yeah. And honestly, by the time we got home, I already told the story to like 5 friends. That actually reminds me of something. Do you remember the concert in LA? The one where like when middle of the song? Oh yes. The band was playing the biggest hit and suddenly everything just stopped. People were shouting, someone was laughing, and a few fans already left before our power came back. Yeah, and the lead singer, she had already sung 1,000 times before, but that night it had building up the best part, and boom, blackout. I'll never get it. Honestly, I have been waiting for a moment all night. Speaking of waiting, remember the taxi ride in New York? The one the driver missing a turn to a row? Oh, don't remind. We were trying to catch our flights and kept saying, relax, I know a shortcut. By the time we arrived at the airport, the plane had taken off. Yep. And we have been running on terminal like a maniacs. I swear, people must have thought in one kind of action movie. Yeah, 2 last heroes already lost the battle. But hey, speaking of movies, waiting to hear about a hotel I stayed in last year. Honestly, I felt like I was trapped inside a horror film. Uh-oh, this already sounds spooky. What happened? Well, I checked in. Everything looked fine first. And lobby was bright and staff was smiling. Nothing usual about midnight. And when I was trying to sleep, the light suddenly went off. Whoa, creepy. That's how honor story begin. Exactly. And here, kicker, the staff told me the power already fell earlier in the evening. They hadn't fixed it properly. So I had been lying awake 2 hours with only sounds of creaking doors before I finally gave and went to the lobby. That stressed out of the haunted movie set. Did you at least survive with your sanity? Barely. But let's just say my phone flashlight became a hero of that night. Oh, that reminds me of that time I flew in London, something crazy happened. Oh, this plane story is all went well. Why? Yeah, I boarded the flight, I sat down, and suddenly I realized I was in the wrong seat. No way. Yes, the person was staring at me like I had a stroke the whole life. Oh wow. And that's the funny part. I already come into the flight attendant before I said a word. Brutal, yeah. And I've been dragging heavy back down outside for it felt like forever. But I finally found an actual seat. That's like free Kyle with humility included. But you know what, Aaron? Not past tense stories are funny. Some are a little spooky. Uh-oh, I'm listening. Don't tell me you saw a ghost. Gosh, well, almost. Last year, I stayed at this old hotel in the countryside. Oh no, this already sounds suspicious. Yeah, at night while I was trying to sleep, I can hear the footsteps in the hallway. Creepy. And when I checked with the managers next morning, he says the room above might already been empty for years. Oh no way. That's give me chills. And the worst part, I've been tossing, turning all night, waiting for those footsteps to stop. But they just keep going. Okay, that's it. Remind me never to travel with you. You ever miss buses, get lost at the airport, or end up in haunted hotels. Hey, at least my stories keep my dance alive. Whoa, we've been through a lot today. Funny weekends, missed buses, haunted hotels, even concerts. Yeah, basically a whole Netflix series in one episode. But here's the important part. In every story, we saw have a past tense word. Exactly. Simple past for finished actions. Past continuous for the what's were happening. Past perfect for have already happened. And past perfect continuous for actions happening over time before someone else. And when you put them together, you can tell story from your life. Funny, spooky, or even embarrassing. That's the power of the past tenses. They give your stories life. Now it's your turn, learners. In the comment, write your own little stories using a 4 past tenses. Don't worry, it's short. Just try. Yes, practice is a way to make it stick. And remember, we put full PDF guides in the description. Inside, you find the structures, example, and 150 most common irregular verbs. Keep it close, keep practicing, and soon the past tense won't scare it at all, and it feels natural. Thank you for joining us today. We love this ride with you, and we can't wait to story the comments. See you next episode of English Sleep Podcast. Yes.